Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys my makeup routine. And this is the makeup that I've been using like on a daily basis. I notice as I buy things and try new products, and when I really like them, I tend to use them over and over again. I almost have to make myself use different products. So I'm going to kind of show you what I've been leaning towards lately and kind of what I'm loving right now. So first I'm going to pull my hair back a little bit because when my hair's down, this is why it makes no sense to get my hair all cute because when it's down, it gets in my way. It gets in my way of doing makeup, but then even when I'm cooking, like anything I'm doing, I feel like it's in my way. So we're going to just move it to the side, which she may not be looking cute for a minute, but that's all good. This whole thing needs to get cute. So let's start with our primer. The primer that I've been really liking is this Essence Fresh and Fit, and it's a wake primer. It really gives my skin like this nice glow that I really like, especially since I've been using more like lighter foundations. I feel like if you do see a little through the foundation, it just has this nice reflecting shimmer.
All night, me playing our last fight. Now in hindsight, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose it. Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes. Everything was on the line. Didn't wanna be the one who had to say it.
Not even go over my eyes a little bit because it is a primer, right? Now the foundation that I've really been liking is this Revlon Color Stay, and it's their light cover foundation, which I never thought I would have been into this light cover, but I've been buying, almost every foundation I've been buying have been the lights, and I really like them. Even the tinted moisturizers, all of those, I'm liking it. So I think they're making them differently, they're covering way better, and this is a really good one. So if you are into the light coverage, actually, even if you aren't, try this one because you might like this one. But I do not have a lot. I've said this before that I'm covering up. I have a redness, that's for sure. But besides, and like, you know, I just want to even my skin tone. So these are perfect for doing that. I'm going to use a beauty sponge, and it's dry. I haven't dampened this one. I feel like a dry sponge just works better when we're using lighter coverage products.
Walking away, your words are lost on me. It's taking everything.
And if there are a few places where you need more coverage, that's where your concealer will come in handy.
Throw it away. See if you'll let go of me when you're not holding me. I can see it now. Hear you when I lose, but if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose.
All right, now I'm gonna go on my concealer, and the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer has been my go-to these days too. But look how good it just completed my complexion. I mean, if you get close, you do see a little of the redness peeking through. But after I've used powder, my concealer, you won't notice any of it. And really, I don't mind that so much. You know, it's just the patchiness is what I try to get rid of.
I'm not gonna lose this. Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes. Everything was on the line. Didn't wanna be the one who had to say it. No, I can't rewind the time. Promise I'll put down my pride. Don't look back because I mean it when I say it. But if I'm gonna lose you,
I just did that for a fun measure. And just back with the beauty bud and blend that in. And really lightly. You're not wanting to like totally blend it in because you want that little contrast of color.
I'm gonna lose you. Sometimes every
my contour, I've been using this contour for a while, and I just seem to always go back to this one, and it's the Physicians Formula little contour cream stick. And it's not that I don't like the other ones. I don't know why. I just always seem to gravitate towards this one. But all their products are really good. They blend really well. And for this, I'm going to use, it's kind of like a kabuki kind of brush to blend it out. Almost like a foundation kind of brush. As when you use one of these brushes, it just gives you a little more color than a beauty bud would.
When you're not holding me, I can see it now. Hey, when I lose, but if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose.
See how nice and glowy my skin looks? I feel like using the lighter coverages, it just makes your skin look so much healthier.
I've been doing this a long time, lost in my head. I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it.
But I've also been using all my Drunk Elephant, so it could be that too.
I'm up all day, all night, we playing our last fight. Now in hindsight, I don't care, I'm not gonna.
Now for the powder, I have been using this Essence All About Matte. I got this like a month ago. Sadly, I've already like killed it. That's how much I've really liked it. Did feel like there wasn't as much in the compact though, but I could just use it a lot. But I definitely want to rebuy this. It was like a white, and really liked just how it looked. It didn't get like cakey or real thick on top of the foundation or the moisturizers, whatever I had on my face. So want to get a new one of those, but since that is half empty, or not half empty, it's empty, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild. This is the pressed powder. I've actually only used this a couple times, so we're going to give that another try. Doing a real light layer. I just want to make the makeup not dewy and sticky. Just set it. That's why I really like the white powder, because it didn't really add any more color to it. It just set it. And always want to make sure you set your eyes. I'm a big stickler about that. If you're having problems with your eyeshadow creasing, probably make sure you're doing this step and putting enough powder. I'll do it, and sometimes I realize I don't think I did enough powder where it was still sticky, because you don't want it sticky. Because if it's sticky, your foundation's gonna stick in the sticky spots, and it's not gonna smooth and blend. A lot of times when we have problems with makeup products, we got to realize, is it the actual makeup product, or is it something that we did in our routine that's not working?
In me, I can see it now. Hey, when I.
And then I'm going to take, I have this Essence Brighten Up. It's a banana powder, but it's not a real yellow one. I have an Offra one, and I like it, but it's just really yellow, and I really don't like that yellow tinge. Makes you look like a smoker. You know that how smokers have that yellow tinge to their skin. Why would I want to add that? So I'm going to use this one. And I use the back end of my beauty bud. See how well it puts this on? I've noticed using more of the compacts than the loose setting powder I've been using a lot. Really helps me not get the wrinkles under my eyes. Because using a lot of powder can really age you.
Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes. Everything was on the line. Didn't wanna be the one who had to say it. No,
I'm gonna go use 10 pounds of powder. But I kind of am putting this where I put the concealer. It just helps keep it bright in those areas. And I'll just leave that on as I'm doing my eyeshadow. Now, when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I do try to experiment a lot more. That's like my passion, is my eyeshadows. But I've noticed I've been doing a lot more neutrals. Probably they just go with everything. That way I'm not so much worried about what I'm gonna wear. So I have noticed I've been going in the neutral department, which normally is not my thing. I'm normally that hot pink, blue. Always have been since I was like in high school. You'd catch me with the bright blue eyeshadow when it wasn't in style. Like, people be like, what are you thinking? But, you know, I've always been like me when it comes to my makeup. I've never listened to what other people said. As I'm getting older, I'm learning, you know, to take tips, which there's a difference between being you and then taking tips to like blend and, you know, do things right. So, but my favorites would be the Going Coconuts. I've noticed most of these are Colourpop, and this Melrose. So this is the Melrose, which I think I might use this one today. This is the Going Coconuts. And then I just got this one from Boxy Charm, and this is a really good like travel palette. I wish it had a mirror on it though, being that it's meant for travel. You'd think it would have a mirror. No mirror, but you have your highlight, your bronzer, your blush, and your colors. I've been really going towards this one because everything is in one palette. I do tend to gravitate to those because being a mom, it's just easy. And a lot of times you got to do what's easy. So if I'm going to be doing my makeup that day, I need it quick and right there. And I've been like throwing this in my bag. So really liking that. So I'm trying to think of which one I should go with today. We'll do the Off Melrose. And it's so cute. It's like a little brunchy kind of palette, which I do think I did a little bit with this palette with you guys, but we're going to do it again. Like I said, this is videos about the things that I've been gravitating the most. All right, and I'm going to start with Boutique, this color right here. And it's like a brown, but it has little shimmers in it.
It's right now in hindsight, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes.
Which I saw the blush for this and I really wanted to get it, but it was really brown and I didn't know if I would like it or not. But I have a Natasha Denona one that's got like, it's called Antique, something like that. And I do really, really like it. So I probably should have got it. Maybe next time. Got a little mirror right here because I really like to see close up when I'm blending. And the other part of my makeup routine, I really don't need to, but this part, I just, so I can see how the blending's going.
I'm gonna lose you.
I've noticed sometimes the colors that have the little bit of glitter in them tend to not be as easy to blend. So you're just going to work with them a little more. But once they do blend, they look really good. So maybe just like keep that in mind when you're using those shades. I think I spend most of my life either cooking or blending. Now I'm going to go into this color underneath it, and it's called Easy Breezy, and it's just a little bit darker, and it's more of a matte, and I'm just going to go not all the way where I put that color, but about midway, and just to help darken it up a little bit, and this gives you that like transition-y blended effect.
Throw it away. See if you'll let go of me when you're not holding me.
A lot of times that's key to good blending is multiple shades. Which if this palette would have had a lighter shade, I probably would have started even lighter, but it didn't really have one. And I am going to do the little corner right there too on the outer. So kind of just pack it on and then blend.
I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this a long time. Lost in my head, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. I'm up all day, all night, we playing our last fight. Now in hindsight, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this.
Same thing over here.
Sometimes everything was on the line. Didn't want to be the one who had to say it. No, I can't rewind the time. Promise I'll put down my pride. Don't look back because I mean it when I say it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. But if I'm
get a little brush and I'm gonna do that underneath too with that same color. And I get like a thicker one. I do like it kind of smoky. Sometimes I do it more fine, but mostly I like it thick. And I'm gonna switch to my IT Cosmetics, and it's like a little shadow brush, nice and flat, and my Morphe setting spray. Spray my table, and then I dip it in there because I do that for all my shadows. And I'm gonna be using this little guy right here. I don't even think I've used this one yet. I haven't. Angelino, which is funny because normally those are like the shades I would go right into. So we're gonna use Angelino and put it on the lid. Ooh, look at that. He's gorgeous. This is the first impressions of this shadow. Like I said, I haven't used that one, surprisingly. I think I was trying not to because I knew it was like the obvious one. How funny is that? But she's really pretty. Very pigmented. Probably don't even need the spray.
Lost in my head, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it.
But I feel like the spray does give them just more of that metallic-y finish that I really like. When you kind of get used to doing that, it's just kind of hard not to. Once you've complicated your makeup game, it's hard to get uncomplicated.
I'm not gonna lose this. Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes. Everything was on the line. Didn't wanna be the one who had to say.
And I do go back over the crease a little bit. So if this gets like, you know, in your crease, it's not a big deal. I take my same blending brush and I go in the lighter color, not the dark one, and just kind of go over it. Just to make sure everybody's where they need to be. And it helps like just blend everything more together. Now I am going to take a little shader brush. It's like my little small guy. And I'm going to go into that Offra palette I showed you guys. And into the highlight, probably the lighter, the center of the highlight. And I'm just going to go under my brow bone just to give it a little highlight. Add a little something something to it. And this brush is like the perfect size for fitting like right in there. I'm going to bring it right here, bring it all the way down, and kind of pull it back.
Walking away, your words are.
Ooh, I hear the wind out there. It's so windy these past couple days here in Florida. And cold. It's cold for us, like if it's 60, but it's been like in the 40s, 50s all day. So that is cold for us Floridians. We don't know what to do. We don't even have jackets warm enough for all that. We do.
I can see it now.
All right, so this is where you get all that excess powder off.
I'm gonna lose you.
Which that powder is great too if you had any fallout from your eyeshadow. It'll take it away with it.
I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this a long time. Lost in my head, I don't care, I'm not gonna.
All right, so I'm not doing any top liner today. We're just gonna let it be like this. So I'm using my Beauty For Real mascara. It's got a smaller wand, and I prefer to use this one. I like this one in general all the time, but especially days where I'm not wearing any eyeliner, I feel like this one works really, really good. Because the really big puffy brushes like hit the eyeshadow. I mean, you can fix it, but who's got time for all that? And this just makes my lashes look really long and pretty. They're long, they just don't curl. I mean, get them to curl. It's just like my hair. I can get it to curl, but it ain't gonna stay.
But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it.
before I do the bottom lashes with the mascara, I am going to do a little black eyeliner on the bottom. And of course, still got my Steel Stingray going strong. I have another one I've really been liking, but I can't find it anywhere. And I don't remember the name of it to tell you. So next video.
Your words are lost on me. It's taking everything not to turn around.
Now the bottom lash line.
See if you'll let go of me.
And I like to hit the tops again before I do the bottom, just to get any excess mascara off the wand. It's not messy. You just barely want to hit them.
Hey, when I lose,
And we just want a little color down there.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this so long.
Alright, so I will go curl my eyelashes and do a little bit to my brows later, but I'm going to go do my bronze and my blush and highlight real quick. And I'm going to all go into this palette. Like I said, really been gravitating towards this guy since I've got it. It just makes it really easy, and they're just really good too. So we'll start in with that bronzer, which it looks really dark, but it really isn't. Like, don't be scared of it. It goes on really nice, and it's buildable. Like you see, I'm pretty fair, and it looks really good.
No, I can't move one at a time. Promise I'll put down my pride. Don't look back because I mean it when I say it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it.
Gonna warm the skin up a little bit again. Make it look like we've been out in that Florida sun. The only way I'm getting my Florida sun though is from Offra or any other bronzer. All right, now we're gonna go right into the blush. See, it's just so easy. Everything's just right here. It's already open. That real pretty blush. It's like one of my favorite blush colors too. And this was like a BoxyCharm add-on for like $9. I don't even think it was that much. Like, so affordable, especially for Offra. And I'll take a little of that blush up where I put the bronzer. Just what's left on the brush. I don't like re-dip it or anything. And then, see how quick and easy? Into the highlight. And I kind of go just in the middle.
It's a lost on me. It's taking everything to turn around.
Ooh, it's like blinding. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. Offra has some of the best highlighters. That's why I was really excited to use their eyeshadows and bronzers. I like to glow. All right, and then I'm just going to take my powder brush and just blend that highlight out.
But if I'm gonna lose you,
Just going to blend it to where, you know, you don't really see any lines in it anymore. Or until your arm hurts. Either one.
I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this a long time. Lost in my head, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose.
All right, got a little bit of both going on right now. I've been doing a little bit of my brow these days. Not a whole lot, but just filling them in to darken the color up a little bit. I do know that it looks a lot better, so I've been trying to make the habit to do it, and it's made it a lot easier since I got this Wet n Wild, the brow stuff. Been loving it since I bought it. It's just very easy, and that's what I need, is easy.
Was on the line, didn't wanna be the one who had to say it. No, I can't move one at a time. Promise I'll put down my pride. Don't look back because I mean it when I say it. But if I'm gonna lose you,
And kind of lengthen them a little bit too. Like I said, I have no brow pro. But you can't ever become good at something if you just never do it, so. like, this is like winded me for some reason. And then I'm just going to, see, the products give me anxiety, guys. I don't know why. And I'm not even doing much. Like that, and ta-da, that's it. Like I said, I'm very, very simple and easy on the brows. But they do look a little better. They're a little darker. So for our lips, very simple too. This has been my go-to, and it's the Nature's Cartel. Yeah. And it's a 90s nostalgia. It's kind of like a brown tint lipstick, but I've noticed it stays on really good.
Taking everything.
And with mask days, that's what we need. Glosses are like a no-go. And normally I'm a gloss girl.
See if you'll let go of me.
And this is our final look, guys, with using all my daily products or my favorite go-to products on a daily basis. So this is that natural makeup, which once it's all done, you would not know that this was supposed to be like a light coverage foundation. It almost looks very full coverage. I curled my lashes up a little bit. I think it looks very pretty. You know, it can be fancy, but also natural. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you have any recommendations of things you would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Also, please subscribe. Ring that little bell so you'll know every time I post a new video, and we'll see you later.
Okay, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose it.